My name is Pooja Bhosle, currently working as Assistant Professor with AISSMS CHMCT. In Classification of Hotels Part 3, we will be learning about classification based on ownership and affiliation and alternative accommodation. In Part 1 and 2, we have learned about the classification of hotels based on star rating, based on theme, based on level of service, based on length of stay, based on size, based on target market, and based on location. In this particular PPT, we are going to be learning about based on ownership and affiliation. Classification on the basis of ownership and affiliation, proprietary ownership, franchise, management contracts, timeshare hotels, condominium hotels. Proprietary ownership. Proprietary ownership is a direct ownership of one or more properties by a person or company. Small lodging properties that are owned and operated by a couple or family are common examples of proprietary ownership. A group of hotels that are owned or managed by one or more company is called a chain. In general, three or more units constitute a chain, but major hotel chains have 300 to 500 properties. A proprietary chain is owned entirely by one company. Franchisee. In hospitality industry, we often come across many big chains that are operating on a franchise basis. In this kind of contract, which is mutually beneficial to both parties, the franchisor allows the franchisee to use the company's ideas, methods, trademarks, as well as the brand logo to do the business. A private investor or franchisee can obtain the trademark license, architectural plans, blueprints, interior designing, training, and operating methods of the franchisor by paying a fee. The franchisee is generally responsible for franchising the construction of the hotel, although some franchisors offer construction loans or may lease real estate to franchisee. Franchisor. The franchisor is the company that owns the trademark, product, or business format that is being franchised. Franchisee. The franchisee is the company or the individual to whom the franchisor confers the right to do business under its name as per the terms and conditions agreed upon. Franchising, a continuing relationship in which the franchisor provides a license privilege to do the business plus assistance in organizing, training, merchandising, and management in return for a consideration from the franchisee. Example Holiday Inn, Best Western, Accor, etc. Management contracts. Managing a hotel requires professional expertise. A new entrepreneur with little or no experience in the business may safely choose to become the franchisee of any well established hotel chain. There would be a problem in operating the business because the franchisor provides a well established image, a tested and successful operating system, training program, marketing, advertisement, and reservation system, but does not provide the cadre of experienced managers and employees necessary to run the business on a day to day basis. To bridge this gap, management contract companies came into existence. These companies have the required expertise to manage hotels. They operate on the basis of management fee and sometimes on a percentage of the gross revenue. The management contracts, as the name suggests, is a contract between the owner of the property and a hotel operator by which the owner employs the operator as an agent to assume the full responsibility for operating and managing the hotel. The operator can be a hotel chain with reputed names and a market image. Examples would be Hilton, Sheraton, Choice Hospitality, etc. Timeshare hotels, also referred to as vacation interval hotels, are a new concept in the hospitality industry. As the name suggests, it entails purchasing a tourist accommodation at a popular destination for a particular time slot in a year. The buyers can then occupy the property for the appointed time or rent the unit to another vacationer if they cannot avail the facility. They have to make a one time payment for the time slot, a yearly fee to cover the maintenance cost and related expenses, and take a share in the profit from the income generated if they are not utilizing their time slot. Club Mahindra resorts are a popular example of timeshare properties in India. Timeshare is an expanding segment in the industry today and is acquiring popularity among frequent vacationers. The same property can be sold to 140 individual owners for specific time slots during the year. These individuals are the owners of the apartment for that time duration. They can either enjoy the time slots or can rent them out to a management company to run the hotel. Condominium hotels, these are similar to timeshare hotels except that they have a single owner instead of multiple owners sharing the hotel. In a condominium hotel, the owner informs the management company when they would occupy the unit. The management company is free to rent the unit for the rest of the year, and this revenue goes to the owner. In general, owners pay a monthly or annual maintenance fee to the management company that takes care of the premises, including landscaping, cleaning of common areas, water, and power supply. Alternative accommodation. Alternative accommodation can simply be defined as all those types of accommodations that are available outside the formal or organized accommodation structure. These establishments provide bed and breakfast and common basic services required by guests at a reasonable price. An alternative accommodation thus provides sleeping space and modest food to its users. There are certain properties that cater to the needs of large groups. Sarais or dharmashalas, these lodging properties are most commonly found at popular pilgrim places. In general, they are constructed by welfare trusts, social organizations, or even state governments and provide basic security and sleeping facilities for a nominal fee. Dak bungalow, circuit house, inspection bungalows, or forest lodge, a legacy of the British Raj. These were built as rest houses for colonial officials across the country as well as in remote areas and scenic locales. All these properties have an ageless charm and an old world style of hospitality as well as special cuisines which form a part of the attraction apart from the low tariff. These are owned by the various state government and can be accessed through the local district administrator. Often these are the only lodging properties in remote areas. Lodges or boarding houses. Lodges are modest hotels situated away from the center of the city or located at a remote destination. These are self sufficient establishments that offer standard facilities such as clean and comfortable rooms, food and beverage services. Boarding houses are establishments that usually provide accommodation and meals at a specified period of time, such as weekends or for specified time of stay. Youth hostels. The youth from rural as well as urban areas travel for various reasons such as education, adventure, and recreation. Youth hostels were established to cater to the youth on the move who would not afford high hotel rents. They generally provide low cost dormitory accommodation with common bathing and cafeteria facilities and may also provide kitchens for self catering. Yatri Niwas. Yatri Niwas provides low cost self service accommodation to domestic tourists in cities. The emphasis is on modest comfort and affordability. Such places are generally frequented by people during brief stopovers while traveling between places or by families with modest budgets. These properties are located at historical, cultural, and natural sites. Camping grounds or tourist camps. Camping grounds are normally located within the cities in open spaces. They provide parking spaces along with water, electricity, and toilets. Camps must follow certain regulations regarding the quality of service and costs and are set up by municipalities. Railway or airport retiring rooms. Retiring rooms are for the convenience of the transit travelers. These are situated at many railway stations and domestic and international airports. They provide a place to the passengers with confirmed and current tickets. These retiring rooms are available at reasonable rates and are often air conditioned. Bookings are made through the station superintendent or the airport manager. They are equipped with clean sanitization facilities and may include F&B facilities at some cost. Paying guest accommodation. A paying guest accommodation is a non-institutional accommodation offered by the individual households at various destinations. Besides tourists having namely Goa, this kind of accommodation is become popular in large metropolitan cities among outstation students and the employed youth migrants from other towns. Guests normally pay for accommodation, whereas the rules for F&B service may differ from host to host. Thank you. Kindly attempt the quiz. The link is given below in the description.